Hi, today I want to do a sort of like haul and first impression try on type of demo video. I got the Wayne Goss anniversary brush set from Beautylish, and I also picked up my very first Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks. I also picked up the Natasha Denona's glow, like the dewy foundation. So this won't be an unboxing video just because I already threw away the box, but I did save the wrapping paper that came with my order, and it's the Jeffree Stars Cosmetics sort of like a wrapping paper. It just looks so cool. Like I saved it. I save it just because it's super cool. You get like, I don't know, just you get all the really cool like movie characters on it. Yeah, so I think these are supposed to be his tattoos as well. Beautylish also included this like white, jeez, this black zippered sort of like a cloth, I don't know, like a cotton bag, a pouch, whatever, however you want to call it. So right now I just put everything that I have in there. I want to try the foundation first. So this is the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation with SPF 15. And this product contains 1.01 fluid ounce. And this is supposed to be like because she's known for her radiant, glowy type of like, like makeup looks. That's like her signature look. So she has like a whole system of the face glow kind of system that has like I think it has a primer, foundation, a face powder, and I don't know if it's a bronzer or a brush or something like that. But anyways, you can purchase her stuff either on her website or from beautylish.com. So anyway, I got this in the shade 30, and it's described as a like light to medium shade with like a tan orangey undertone. The reason why I picked this just because I might end up getting a tan in the summer, and I want something that I can work with like a little bit more suitable to when I get a tan, and I can always add in like a paler foundation to mix it and to like cater to my skin when I get a little bit paler in the winter time, like for example for right now. But when I think about glowy type of dewy, glowy, radiant look, I always think of as it has a hint of tan in it. So that's why I picked up this shade. And also I originally wanted to pick up 20, but some people on the website, some people reviewed and they said like they're also MAC NC 20 to 25, and then this shade in 20 is a little bit too light for them. So that's another reason why I picked up number 30, just so that you know it doesn't get too pale on me, because I think I have enough like paler like foundation, so if anything I can always mix that in this. This foundation comes in a sort of like a tube like this. I don't know why it looks like it has like very little products inside, it doesn't look like super full. It's very pinched on top, so it makes me wonder if it really has like 1.01 like 30 milliliter of products in here. This does have a pump, which is really nice. And I already tried a little bit on the back of my hands, just for my blog swatch, and I thought the pump was broken or something because I had to pump like so many times, I don't know, like more than 20 times or something, in order to get the first pump of product out of the tube. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, and maybe just like a lot of air in there. But anyways, as you can see, it doesn't look like it has like a lot in there. It doesn't look like it has a full tube of product in there. But we'll just try it. And then I thought that I might just apply. I don't have anything on my face right now, and I thought that I would just use the one of the Wayne Goss anniversary sets brush to apply this and see how it goes. I know that she has her own brush, that if you get the glow system, you'll probably get the brush that comes with it, and then some people say that it's better to use her brush to apply this foundation, but I just want to try out the Goss foundation brush as well, since I got it, and I knew that I would like his brushes, because I got two brushes already. I like two eyeshadow brushes already from the Beautylish Lucky Bags from last year and this year, so I know that his brushes are like really good qualities. But I haven't tried any of like the larger brushes. With the anniversary set, this actually has one number one brush. It's sort of like for, I think, cream liquid powder, like all-purpose type of dual fiber brush for like face. So I thought maybe I can try it with the foundation, and since this is kind of like a cream liquid foundation. So the anniversary set comes in this like really nice tube, which it can kind of doubles up as a brush container, which I personally really like. It doesn't fit everything, it has a lot of room in there, so I think I can put the other two brushes that I got from his line in here, and I might pick up some of his face brushes, because I've seen like Tara Babies review his brushes, and also Vintage or Tacky Cora, she also reviewed his brushes, so I think I might pick up one or two of his larger face brushes. So I'm going to use number one, which is a larger brush for the face. I'm going to use this to apply foundation. Just to show you the liquid lipsticks I'll be using and trying for the first time is the Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Celebrity Skin. It just comes in this really pretty like hot pink packaging with like, I think it's like rose gold stars. It just looks really cool, and this has 0.19 fluid ounce of products in it. I guess let me just compare to see. Kat Von D's full size has 0.22 fluid ounce. So I think the Kat Von D one has just a little bit more than the Jeffree Star ones, which is kind of interesting because the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, the tube actually looks chubbier. I personally thought that it has more products, but I think this is $18. I think this is $18, right? $18 or $20, and the Kat Von D one is $20 now. So I guess that makes sense if this is a little bit pricier than this, and this carries a little bit more product. But just side by side, you see them. I would assume that the chubby packaging contains more products, but the Kat Von D actually has a little bit more. So yeah. Anyways, I do really like the packaging. I think it's really beautiful. I haven't tried any of the liquid lipsticks that comes in this type of packaging. I think Dose of Colors came out with their with their liquid lipsticks that's in this type of packaging first, and I still haven't tried Dose of Colors, and I also want to try Makeup Monster's liquid lipsticks, because I think my shadow is like Natasha, she said that she really likes them. But anyways, I'm so excited to try this. It's a really beautiful packaging with clear tube and then rose gold like lettering and hot pink cap and ring band around it. And you can see the color, how it is. It's a really nice, like a flesh toned beigey nude color with like, yeah, it's like a really nice neutral beigey kind of nude color. I was looking through my collection, like liquid lipstick collection. I don't think I have any colors that's exactly like this one, so I'm pretty excited to try this. And when I did the swatch on the back of my hands, I didn't shake it, because I think you're supposed to shake it before you use it. I didn't shake it, so when I applied the first application, it was like oil and then some like pigments. So I suggest that you really have to give it a good shake before you use this. Otherwise, this is, I guess it's kind of like the OCC lip tars, like they separate if you don't shake them up, and when they sit for a while, formula just kind of separates from the oil mixture. So definitely give it a good shake. And yeah, so I thought this would be a really nice kind of like my lip color type of, you know, my natural lips but a little bit better type of look. So yeah, I can't wait to try this, and it just looks really cool. And I noticed the smell is quite weird. I can't really tell like what kind of smell it is. It has I don't want to say like a licorice, not like my favorite type of scent, but I don't think it's overwhelming to the point that like I can't stand it. But I just find the applicator very interesting. It's definitely a little bit chubbier and like almost like fluffier looking, and it has like this kind of a curve, like a, no, more like a dent, and sort of like a dip in there. I guess that can fit the, you know, the curves of your lips um, really well, but we shall see. I only swatch it on the back of my hands, and I really like the color. So I'm going to use the Wayne Goss #1 brush from the anniversary set. I don't know if it's like a mixture of like real hair and synthetic hair, but we'll test it out. Just do like one pump. So this is the shade number 30. Yeah, just in reference, this is sort of like a creamy liquid, like a liquid foundation, but it's definitely like more on the cream side, because as you can see, it doesn't really it's not that liquidy. Just gonna dot this on my face. Very light scent. It's not that noticeable. It's just like a really nice kind of like a clean powdery scent. So let's see how this works with this brush. I'm just gonna, since it's like a dual fiber brush, I feel like I can probably just like buff this in. And I've heard that people said this sheds a lot, mainly the shorter hair. I see like 3 strands of like shorter hair on my face, so I think it's definitely coming from the you know, the natural hair part. Yeah, I don't know, but the application looks really nice. It doesn't look streaky at all. It blended in pretty quickly, as you can see, because it is a pretty decent size. I don't feel like I had to like spend so much time on blending. And then let's just talk about this foundation. Now this shade, I feel like it matches me pretty nicely. It doesn't look super warm or super tan on my skin tone, and might be just a tad bit of more like olive undertone, like compared to my neck, because my neck is definitely a little bit more of a beigey, slightly yellow kind of undertone, and this definitely brings out a little bit more of that olive tanned undertone. So I can get away with this alone just in the summertime, but if I want to wear this right now, I feel like I still can, because I'll be wearing a scarf and then nobody will really see my neck. Or maybe I can just blend down to my neck and that will solve the problem. It's not like too noticeable, and I don't think this will oxidize on me, but you know, you never know. This does has SPF 15 in it, so it does give some kind of like sun protection. Might not be enough for me, so I still have to wear like a powder with SPF over this, or maybe use a primer that has SPF, or just use sunscreen underneath. But the foundation has a very, I don't want to say like medium coverage. I feel like this is more of a light to medium coverage, not completely medium coverage, because it doesn't, the only thing it did, I think it just sort of evens out my skin tone, which I think a lot of foundations and BB creams do that anyways. I think that's a pretty standard when it comes to foundation. It does add a nice amount of like glow and dewiness to my skin. As you can see, it's I mean, I don't feel like I'm shiny like a disco ball, but I just feel like my skin looks like, you know how like when you do like a peel or like a face mask or something, and then you have that like really nice hydrated dewy glow to your skin. I feel like this is what it gives, you know, that kind of like nicely hydrated, healthy, glowy skin. And I think it's quite subtle. Like, I was afraid that it might be like really glowy. A lot of the imperfections are not covered at all. Like the redness, the marks and whatnot, they are still there, which is kind of crazy because I feel like even the Physicians Formula Super BB Insta Ready BB Cream can like cover some of those redness and those acne marks. So the coverage is not that great on this foundation, but I think if you don't have a lot of if you have minor skin issues and you want something really nice and glowy and dewy, and you know, like, and it's like effortless type of like everyday makeup, this is really nice. You know, I think I don't dislike it even though it doesn't cover much. But I'm not that kind of person that like to cover everything up every day anyway. I'm more for like just something quick and, you know, quick done, like to go, that type of thing. So and I don't feel like this combo is not that bad. I like, besides the fact that this sheds a little bit, like, or you know, with the natural hair part, it's still pretty decent for, you know, using it with this. So my lips is super chapped right now, and I don't think it's I'm not properly taking care of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scrub it with the Hanalei Sugar Lip Scrub. I didn't get the sugar lip scrub from Jeffree Stars. I heard it's pretty good, but I really like the Lush ones too. But since I really like this and I got a full size of this, I don't think I'm gonna get the Jeffree Star lip scrubs yet. I just went off the camera and I also just did my eye makeup and the face makeup. So I already conditioned my lips. I'm going to lightly blot away any remaining like lip balms on my lips. So that way we can start the process, the application of the Jeffree Stars Velour Liquid Lipsticks in the shade Celebrity Skin. Super pretty. I feel like it has like a slight pinky rosy tone, but give it a good shake. I feel like the formula on this one is quite thin. It sets quickly, but it doesn't set like super quickly to the point that, like, you know, the ColourPop one, I know I still haven't reviewed all of my ColourPop liquid lipsticks, but the ColourPop one literally like it's also very thin formula, but it's definitely less like slicker, has less oily kind of a texture than this one. I'm not saying that this is oily, but I'm just saying that this definitely goes on, like, I don't know if it's the applicator is very like a plush type of soft applicator, so it makes the formula goes on even more like smoother and slicker and almost like velvety, like, yeah, well, maybe that's why it's called velour. It's like velvety type of like texture, but it's not as thick as the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream or the Ofra liquid lipsticks. It's definitely like in between, so it's very comfortable, you know. It doesn't feel like super drying on lips. It doesn't dry as quickly as the ColourPop one. The ColourPop one goes on and it dries like right away, almost like instantly, like it dries. This one, I feel like it has some times to allow you to kind of like, you know, perfect the edges and then like maybe, you know, work around with it. So it definitely gives you a little bit more work time. But once it sets, it's supposed to set as a perfectly like super matte, you know, like super matte finish, just like the Kat Von D, the Stila, or the Lime Crime, those kind, or the ColourPop ones. But so far, like it feels really comfortable. It's very weightless, you know. It really reminds me of the Kat Von D ones, but like I said, it definitely, I have to give a lot of credit to the applicator, because the applicator is so plush. It's like very pleasant to apply this on the lips. And I feel like since I overdraw my lips, almost feel like I had like lip injection or something at this point, which is kind of crazy because you saw how my lips before, and then now after the I cheated the, you know, I definitely overdrawn it, so almost looks like I had like lip injection something. It's crazy. But the licorice scent kind of like goes away eventually. Again, I'm not a super fan of that kind of scent, but it's tolerable. It does have a tendency to kind of sink into the fine lines and showing your lip texture. So with this one, it's kind of like the same as any other ones that I've tried. It literally, it's because it's a lighter type of color, so it really kind of shows your lip texture, and it will emphasize any of the dry patches that you have. I know that I prepped my lips, but you know, it's just like really cold and it's kind of dry at home with the heater on. So you know, I didn't really take care of my lips for the past couple of days, so that's why, you know, it doesn't, like, I didn't really prep my lips like extremely well. But I think that if you do this kind of like a daily exfoliation and high moisturizing to your lips, like you do that every day, and you will have like much better, softer lips and hydrated lips. You wouldn't have so much of issue with you know, the dry, like flaky skins to show. But so far this one, it does kind of sinks into some of the lines right there, like, you know, I mean, not like separates, not sinks into the fine lines, so more like separating where the lines are, my lip lines are. So but I feel like I'm not gonna be like this the whole time, so it's really not that noticeable. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this first impression demo mini review, like a haul video from Beautylish. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.